What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and I'm feeling fucking festive. Make sure you watch the one football advert. Jesus, I can't even speak fucking out. I'm that wrapped up over the Chelsea game. Make sure you watch the advert right now. Come back and enjoy the video. If you're looking for a great football app, then go over to OneFootball. OneFootball have not just got your latest rumours, latest videos, and latest news about your favourite teams, but they tell you about the entire Premier League and football pyramid. So get over to OneFootball and download it now in the link below. Quick app, do it now. John, welcome back. It's good to have you back on the channel again. It's honestly, it's like we've got a guest, and then he's on every week. It's fantastic. It's like the good old days. Do you remember when we with the fucking dream team? Everyone loves your comedy, and everyone loves my setup and graphics. It's fucking magical. What a fucking team we are. John, we currently sit 7th. Leicester currently sit 3rd. 8 wins and 4 defeats. Everton have got 6 wins, 2 draws and 4 defeats. It's going to be a tough game.
It's going to be a tough game. I don't think... Listen, the performance from Everton the other day and the result doesn't change this game for me, as in the opposition, and obviously Leicester are going to give us a good game. What it does change for me, Michael, is I go into this game more confident now. You know, before the game the other day, I said to a lot of people, I didn't see where our next point was coming from, never mind our next win. Now, after the performance the other day against Chelsea, you know, when the game kicked off or just before it, we seen the team selection and we're like, fucking hell, we've got 4 centre-backs playing right across the back. And you know what? Again, you know, we admitted we'd eaten humble pie. Ancelotti got it spot on. So I go into this game on Wednesday. You know, there's not much in it. I think you said then both teams have had 4 defeats. You know, we're 7th, they're 3rd. Yeah, you know, Leicester are a good team. They're a good team. You know, they've won the Premier League in the past. They've got a good manager in Brendan Rodgers. So listen, it is going to be just as tough as the Chelsea game. But I do go into this game now a lot more confident than what I was feeling going into, you know, the Chelsea game, the Leicester game, the Arsenal game. It was absolutely shit. Where are you, Gavin? But yeah, I do go into this game. And I expect us to get something out the game now, because the confidence that'll be back in that squad. And as I say, Ancelotti got it spot on. I don't change anything for Wednesday. I really don't change anything. I think players who, if James is available, he doesn't start for me, which I'll probably get shot down for. But you can't take a Iwobi out the team. And I never thought I'd say keep a Iwobi in the team instead of bringing James back in. You know what I mean? But
and for Sigurdsson to start?
Yeah, you know, and it was completely, it shocked me the other day. It was completely surprising how well we played, you know, and we didn't, you know, Pickford pulled off a couple of good saves, but we had chances to win by more than 1-0, Michael. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, we got our 2nd clean sheet of the season coming up just before Christmas, which is poor. But if I have to look at Chelsea and I look at Leicester, to pick before we played Chelsea, I would have said Chelsea would be the harder game. We've beat them, so let's see if we can do the same with Leicester.
Yeah, and I think you're spot on. And I think, you know, Everton go into this game with confidence. But look, yeah, I mean, we all know we've had a rough time. You know, we've had 2 wins in 8 games. If we'd have converted a couple of those games into wins, we'd be top of the league. You know, that's how well we started this season with the 13 points out of 15. You know, Everton go into this game against Leicester and they shouldn't be scared. You know, Everton have played the top 3 teams this season and got 7 points. But that doesn't take away from the fact that Leicester are a very good side. You know, they've got Maddison in the middle of the park, defensively fairly solid. You know, Vardy up front scored goals. They won 3-0 against Brighton yesterday. Leicester are a good team, and on their day they can beat anyone. You know, this is, as you rightly say, a team that are capable of cutting open a defence, ripping into people. You know, left, right-sided players. They've got that young lad, I think it's James Justin, left back or right back, getting down that wing, putting in balls, and you've just got to be careful that they don't put too many balls into our box. And I don't mean that sexually. I mean that in terms of, you know, actually delivering balls, because Chelsea did it all game, and we managed it really well. But I still have worries because we've conceded so many goals this season.
You see,
if he keeps that same team, for me, Everton can go there optimistic and genuinely. I believe that we can. I don't think we'll win this game, but I certainly think we can take a point.
my thoughts exactly. You know, and going back to what you said there about Chelsea did put a lot of balls into the box, but we dealt with them. You know, they had Giroud up front. Chelsea are a big team across the front line. Leicester, I don't think they play the way Chelsea played and put as many high balls into the box because they got the pace of Vardy. So, you know, as long as the back four is tight, compact, stop the service to the likes of Tielemans, as you said then, you know, and stop that supply to Vardy, the through balls where he's playing off the shoulder to our two centre-halves. If we can stop that, there's no reason why we can't come away with something from this game, Michael. Ben Godfrey at left back was absolutely phenomenal the other day. He was brilliant for me. You know what I mean? I thought Alan, again, had a good game. You know, Decore was better than what he has been, you know. And I think it was just a much more all-round improved performance from players who haven't been performing like we know they can, Michael. And you going back to what you said there, you know, we could be going into this game top of the league. We've dropped points after how we started the season. But listen, every team has a poor run of form. Now, if this is our poor run of form with the injuries we've got, I will take it all day, Michael, because every team has a poor run of form. You know, Liverpool have won once away this season. I heard that last night on the commentary. They could have went top last night. The results this weekend went our way. We were the only team chasing them European spots. And Leicester to win. You know, Liverpool drew. Man United and Man City drew. Tottenham only drew. It was a good weekend for Everton. It was a good weekend to pick them 3 points up. You know, as you've just said there, we've won. I think it was 2 and 8 now, I think it is. We're 7th in the league. That just shows them European spots, Michael, are so close and compact. You only need to win 2, 3, 4 games and it puts you into the top 4. Now, if we can get into that top 4 with losing 4, 5, 6 games before the new year, you take that all day.
Yeah,
it's
and I mean,
so
look,
tight.
If you work it out, on averages, so Everton have played 12 games, we've lost 4. So if you work it out and you go up to 36 points, 36 games, and you just do our record, what we currently sit at, and you times it by 3, Everton will have 60 points after 36 games.
Yeah.
Now that is enough for Europe. Certainly,
which is what we wanted.
There'd be 2 games left over. So you know, if Everton finish the season on 63, 65, 66 points, that's enough to get Everton in Europa League. Now, I'm not saying I expect Everton to finish top 4, but I like us to challenge because we haven't for a while. Everton now look like they can challenge, depending on the day, because we've also seen Everton not turn up. Leeds. Yeah. You know, you've got it. Some of the results don't make sense. You know, you've got Leicester losing to Villa, then beating Leeds, then Leeds beating Villa. It's a complete circle. This league this season is
no one's in form.
It's mad. It's genuinely mad.
No one has hit a run of form.
From 13th position to 1st, there's a gap of 8 points. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and Everton equally from 13th, we're only 3 points. So a win for Everton is massive, you know, and we go in, bit of confidence from the Chelsea game. We play Leicester on Wednesday. We play Arsenal the weekend. Arsenal are there for the beating.
Oh, yeah.
Leicester, we get a point. If you just said to me, you're going to play Chelsea at home, Leicester away, and Arsenal at home, and you're going to get 7 points, I'll take that all day. Like, sign me up.
Take it all day, considering he's not playing right backs. You know, and that, again, that's probably a little pop. But listen, Ancelotti got it spot on the other day. You know, this this run of 3 games we're on now is really, really important, Michael, because I didn't expect to get maybe something out the Arsenal game, but Chelsea and Leicester, we've already beat Chelsea now. The confidence that's in that team now all of a sudden is quite capable of getting a point at Leicester. I think we can beat Arsenal. I think that'll be the nail in the coffin for Arteta if we beat them. And then we play Man United in the cup. I know we're going off the league, but if you look at this now, Michael, even if Leicester beat us, let's just say Leicester beat us, but we've beat Chelsea, we beat Arsenal, and we beat Man United, I'd probably take that. I'd take that. Yeah,
of course you do. Yeah, of course you do.
Do you know what I mean?
But
no one is putting a run of form together, Michael, where they're going unbeaten.
We've seen it. You're spot on. You're absolutely spot on, because the same Everton team that got a point against Liverpool, the only team to beat Spurs this season. Yeah. The only team to beat Chelsea this season, I believe. Or no, one of 2 teams to beat Chelsea this season. Yet we lose to Burnley, or draw with Burnley, lose to Newcastle, lose to Southampton. Yeah. This season's mad.
It's mad.
But I can't predict where Everton are going to finish. So, but what I'm going to do...
I don't think you can predict where anyone's going to finish at the minute.
No, you can't. You can't. The only team that I would say is fairly consistent is Spurs. And we've already played them, so that's all right. Right, let's go through our teams then. I make no changes.
Me either.
0. So I'm not going to go through the team again. There's no point.
Same team for me.
What I do think, and I don't know if you agree, is we do need to have more good games from players like Decore and Allen, because this game with Leicester, the way that they play, the intricate 3 in the middle with Ndidi, Maddison, Tielemans in the middle of the park, they like to play football. Allen, Decore, and if it's Sigurdsson or whoever goes in that middle, they've got to be switched on. They've got to be switched on, because I'd arguably say that Maddison, Tielemans, and Ndidi is better than the 3 we come up against, or the 2, because it was a 4-2-3-1. Yeah. We come up against Chelsea.
This game for me is a massive, massive game to set us up for this Christmas run and New Year run now, Michael. It's a massive game. If we can go there and get at least a point, which I think we will, and then we play Arsenal and beat them, then we've got the cup game. And then hopefully we'll start getting a couple of our injured players back. The likes of, I don't know how long Luca Dean's out, but I'd like to think Seamus Coleman might be back. But does he come straight into the team, as I said before? Do you change it? You know what I mean? I think you probably have to bring Coleman back in once he's fit. I think you have to do that. But, the likes of James, again, I got a bit of grief the other day saying, off one lad especially, look at his statistics for this season when he's played for Everton. I don't think they're that great, to be fair. But for me, I bench James if he's fit, because I think this is the problem we found with James this season, Michael, up to now when he's been injured. Possibly rushed him back. He had the injury to his plums, then we rushed him back. Now he's out again. He can be quite susceptible to picking up a lot of injuries, James, and we know that from when he's played abroad. So don't rush him back. Stick with the team we went with the other day. And I think that team from the other day, if they can put a performance in like they did against Chelsea, I think we're very, very capable of getting at least a point there. I really, really do. It's a massive game for Everton on Wednesday, a massive game. If we can come away from a point there and then beat Arsenal, as you said before, Michael, Chelsea, Leicester and Arsenal, unbeaten out them 3 games, take it all day. Take it all day.
What's your score prediction, John?
1-1.
Fair enough. I'll go 2-2.
Yeah.
It's not that. If he plays the same defence, I don't necessarily see us conceding, but I don't think he will.
Vardy. If we stop the service to Vardy from the likes of Tielemans is an absolute fantastic player for me, Michael. If we can stop their midfield, and Maddison, if we can stop their playmakers and their build-up play, which is, as you said, Allen and Decore have got us to try and nullify that. If we stop that service to Jamie Vardy, because when you look at the likes of, Yerry Mina, and the centre-halves that you probably play, they're not blessed with pace. Now, I know Jamie Vardy's 31, 32, but he's still a whippet, Michael, compared to our defenders there. So we have to stop that service, because I'm telling you now, if Jamie Vardy gets in behind our centre-halves, there's only one winner when he's one-on-one with Jordan Pickford.
Yes, I agree. Final thing looks like Gbamin might be back in training either this week or imminently. It'll be good to have him back in the team training, but again, we don't really know what he can offer.
Be like a new signing. It'd be like a new signing. Yeah, and as I say, is he the sort of player who offers the same sort of thing as Decore? He's not going to be as good as Alan. I think Alan's a really, really good player. I think Alan's settled in. As you pointed out the other day, Michael, quite rightly, he's well up there in the charts of successful tackles, and getting back, out of the whole Premier League. So, listen, if Gbamin does make it back into the first team and he's ready to be selected and he's impressed Ancelotti in training, I think he possibly could come in for Decore. And that's not having a pop at Decore. I'll go back to what I said. I don't get the Alan and Decore playing together. But then we're going to play Alan and Gbamin. So, listen, we're blessed with a lot of midfielders. The only problem is, Michael, they're not much good, are they? A lot of them.
No. The only other thing that I would say is I could see if Gbamin comes back in, in a couple of months' time, whenever that may be, I could see him reverting to a 4-3-3. Playing the 4 at the back and then having a midfield 3 of Alan, Decore, Gbamin, and have your front 3 of Rodriguez,
James, Richarlison, and Calvert-Lewin. It sounds good on paper, you know what I mean? But again, I go back to what we've said: 4-4.
That's a midfield. That's a midfield that's close to £100 million. Well, £80 million.
But it takes away the 4-4-2. That means you like Ancelotti playing. So, what you do.
It's a tough one. Who knows? I want to see Gbamin have a go. He come in for that one game. We all saw one game. I think it was the start of the season against Palace at home or something, and it weren't a good game. And he didn't look great, but it was his first game in English football, so you can't criticise him.
He's going to need time, isn't he? Yeah, he's going to need time, and I think I don't like saying this about players, but I think if he does get back into first team training and he breaks down again, or he makes it into the first team and he gets another injury, same sort of injury to do with his leg, I think we can just write him off. Now, that sounds really poor for a player we haven't seen, but how long do you give these players, Michael? Is he injury prone? I did see something about the specialist. His muscle actually detached from his leg. And the specialist said when that bad injury, it was the worst football injury he's ever seen.
Yeah.
Do you come back from that? You look at the likes of Michael Owen, years gone by with the hamstrings. Soon as your hamstrings start going, you're not the same player. So
no.
We will see with Gbamin, hopefully he does make it because he deserves it. Listen, he's worked hard, and every time he gets close to making a comeback, bad luck hits him again. So listen, he does deserve a bit of good luck, and he does deserve, a crack at the Premier League because, as you say, he's had one game. So Gbamin is one of them. Let's wait and see. But I think we can go into this Leicester game, going back onto the game, a lot more confident than what we were going into the Chelsea game with.
Spot on, John. John, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you ever so much for your time today. Have you got anything to say to anyone, anywhere around the world?
No, just subscribe to the channel, folks. We didn't get the subs that we wanted the other day. We were nearly there.
But we're 18 short of 7,300.
Right, so let's get that 18.
We've got Wednesday night against Leicester. We've got Man United on the 21st. We've got Arsenal. We've got plenty of games for the watch-along people to get sharing this link. So if you are one of those people that watch us week in, week out, where's the shares? Where's the likes? Come on, guys, get your finger out of your backside and give us some Christmas cheer. 7,500. That's what we want.
And as Michael said, there is a prize.
There is a prize, and it's going to be a great prize. Whatever I can find out the cupboard. So, guys, I'll see you soon. Thank you ever so much for tuning in, and up the Toffees.
See you Wednesday, folks.